Hi everybody, welcome back to the second part of today's video. This video is going to be in two parts because my game, or not my game, my recording software is glitching, so you're going to get like, I don't know, maybe not even a minute of the quest that I couldn't catch on recording before more problems started with my recording software. So if you want to see this quest after we save Lisa in complete entirety where my where my video before this one, so the video that went up on Friday, April 5th, or no, not Friday, what is it, is it Friday? No, it's Saturday, April 5th, so if you want to watch in entirety where my video from Friday, April 5th, picks up, you will have to go to another YouTube channel unless I can re-record that part of the quest on a different account that I have. I don't know. I'm hoping that it works like that. I'm hoping I can get to that point on my other account that I don't record videos on, and when I do, well, I don't normally record videos on unless it's a quest that this account doesn't have access to yet. So if I can get to that quest, the quest that I started today that would not record on that other account, I will record it and post that hopefully in its entirety to this channel. But if I don't, you will have to go to a different YouTube channel to get that. The quest that was not recorded was, I wrote it down. Actually, I had to watch a video to figure out where to go to get to this part of where, because it is a race, but there's no like markers that you have to go through like there normally is. So I had to look up a YouTube video on how to get there. The quest that would not record was last one. There's a little piggy. But there is one quest, I forget the name of it, but there is one quest before that, that I can't remember the name of, but she basically tells you she needs to go talk to the sweet sleeping widow to see what she wants in return for helping save Lisa, and then you get the last one. There's a little piggy quest, and then you turn that in and get where I'm at, which we'll see if I can even accept the quest. Okay, is she really still awake? It seems like she's sleeping. Maybe we can just get out of here. She's probably forgotten all about our favors and arrangements. Come on, let's head home. It's probably for the best. Hmm? You want to try getting through to her? I suppose we better. Try talking to her and we'll see. This one is Creek Z. Creek and Z is the one it's called. Okay, let's Z. Z. Silence. Creek. Crackle. Okay. Creek. About time. I wondered when you where you all go where you all eat where sorry. I wondered where you'd all got to.
So,
Oh, you're awake after all. Reek, my dear friend, I'm as awake as I can be.
Dana.
Finally. I just want to repeat I just want to repeat my thanks for helping me out of Pandora's prison. Without your help and without the help of Starshine and Kaylee, I never have been able to leave. I'm here to repay my debt to you. I'm completely at your service. What can I possibly do to repay what you did for me? Greek, I helped you your out of your prison. Now I want you to help me out of mine. I wish my wish is that you help me. My wish is that you help me to once again become part of the contact network of primeval trees, and I'm certain you can help me. Greek humans took the lives of my kind with their barbaric deforestation, such despicable treatment. I will never forgive them ever. They swore it was a hideous mistake. Traitors, deceitful in soul and nature. Well, well, Creek, as if it wasn't enough that I was left alone when the lives of my kind were torn down. I was also disconnected from our network because of all the death, the roots, the roots that connected me to my withered, to my kind withered away and died, leaving me isolated from our community. Creak, crackle, my roots may well reach all the way to Pandora, but they don't reach as far as the next living primeval tree. My companion was the link between me and the next tree, and was therefore my only connection to the network of roots that make it possible for us to communicate. Creak, crackle, Greek, I haven't been in touch with my kind for centuries. I thought perhaps you might take care of that, Lisa and Kaylee. Dearest ancient tree, it's a true honor to receive such a task. Do you have any, or do you have any, some kind of, suggestion as to how we might exactly go about it? Greek, Lisa, I have a suggestion. When Aideen came to our world, she healed the land and spread life over the dead cliffs with her song, her music, and her light. You can ride over the bay and bring my roots back to life so that I might reconnect with the primeval tree at Scarecrow Hill. Er, E, but it was pretty difficult. No, no, my friend. Aideen did it, and so can you. Creek, you're not trying to wiggle out of our agreement, are you? You won't you won't disappoint me like all the other treacherous humans have always done. Creek, of course not. Not all humans are are disrespectful are disrespectful in their soul and nature. Definitely not definitely not petty petty traitors. But the legend of 18 ancient exploits is exactly that. Just a legend. How do we break? I don't know how you'll do it. Aideen could. You'll simply have to figure out how she did it. Now it's a matter of a few roots. Aideen actually created life. I'm not asking for those kinds of miracles from you. How hard can it be? Creak, creak, creak. How? No, it can't be that difficult, right? My roots may reach just across the bay. You can see the primeval tree on Scarecrow Hill from there. So close yet so far away. My roots reach when my roots reach the other side when my roots reach the other side, I'll be a part of the network of primeval trees again. You must help me. Creek will do our absolute best. We promise to do everything in our power to help you. Creek, I know you're capable. Aideen was. Creek, crackle. I've spoken. It's up to you to get this done. The time for talking is over. Creak, crackle. Right over the water, bring dead roots back to life. How's that going to work? This all sounds pretty tricky. I doubt it'll work out. I've got no idea how we'll make her request come true. I suppose we can at least start with a little reconnaissance. Let's go and see if we can locate the remains of the swan down perm, perm, primeval tree. Primeval tree. I seem to remember seeing a huge tree stump by the beach, a little north of here. Let's go. Okay. We should now be able to follow her. If we stay behind her, next. There we go. Okay, this. Here's a primeval tree that was cut down centuries ago. Used to stand. So that means the sleeping widow's trees. Sorry, the sleeping widow's roots reach to about here. We're going to need to make sure that the roots grow out over the bank here and right across to the beach at Golden Hills Valley on the other side. See it? Let's ride down to the shore over there and take a closer look. Okay. That kind of helped. No, really. Ah, there's a better view. Sorry. Ah, here's a better view. See? Right down there, I can see how the roots stick out. There's a few, they're a few feet below the water, but they reach to, but they reach to here and no further. How's this how's this ever going to work? Can't we just pull some string across the bay and attach it to a couple tin cans on either side? Easier just easier to just talk on tin can phones, right? Haha. Nah, sorry. Seriously though, it's pretty obvious we need help. We need advice. Linda knows loads about the primeval trees, and Elizabeth is usually full of wisdom. Linda and Alex are most often found on spy duty along the coast. They're keeping a lookout in case dark hoods come ashore someplace. Sometimes they're free though, then Linda and Linda's almost definitely at the vineyards. I can ride over to Valedale and talk to Elizabeth if you can go to the vineyards and get advice. Get Linda's advice. If she's even there, that is. Okay? Really, I have to run back here. Okay, let's follow her way. And maybe it won't be. As tricky. I feel like there should. Okay, I'm just gonna go and call for pickup. And we're gonna go to some manor by using the trailer. So kind of this side first and try and get all the other out of here. So let's pick up this thing because I'm not. So we picked up that quest. So let's go and complete the side quest. Before we go pick up the quest from Linda. We also know a side quest in the cellar, and it looks like they are right top of. They're in the same room as each other. So you is the one. So there we can pick that up. Trying to pick up. Okay. So we need to fix it. You just need to go probably to the closet or be not here. Now one thing I'm use. Right. here, I guess. One that lives. One out of two. 2 out of 3 aliens. That means 3 out of 3. Alright. Student. Ride to the oil field and try to find the guard. Okay. So now we can exit this. And first go back here to we're gonna turn the ones closest to us, which would be Franz and then Linda. Get going over here. And turn. We're gonna turn this one into Franz. First. Now I have to go to Silver Lane to his name. So now let's go talk to Linda. I always, as you can see here, I have a lot of side quests to get done. So I am, every time I see a quest that is green that has a new um that has a new the yellow area that I am in, I will try and accept it so I can get rid of some of these side quest lines. Now let's go talk to Linda. But I don't want to try and get rid of all of them because there are times that my that main quests get clogs, and then I don't need them. Hey Kaylee, so it's you again. Great to see you. Any news? Oh, you said you're going to do what? The primeval tree thinks you should copy the exploits of Adine from the legend? Oh my. When I read about the primeval tree and their fates, I also learned that the sleeping widow was cut off from the network of roots and so can't communicate with the others. I understand why she asked asked you to do this. I mean, it must be awful to be so isolated in that way. But bringing life to dead roots, or even getting her roots to grow across the entire bay, sounds complex to me. That said, those primeval trees are wise. They know things we don't. Maybe it's possible to do as Adine did in the legend somehow. You've got the fragment of her light, and we know that the legend claims the light can bring life to the dead. I mean, the sleeping widow herself reacted to the light and those tears. According to the legend, Adine had a harp in one hand and the life-giving light of Jarl's flame in the other when she rode across the water. The legend says that her music and her light is what brought forth life to Jorvik. Lisa possesses the strong healing power of the Circle of Stars. With Lisa's healing power, and if you got the light and the heart, maybe you can do something similar to that which Adine did in the legend. Maybe it's precisely what the primeval tree means. Maybe it can actually get the roots to grow over the seabed of the bay and reach the other side. Maybe. Maybe you don't literally need to actually ride across the water. Surely you can use a boat. Either way, you'll need the harp, and I know where it is. Oh, I have a text message on my cell phone from Lisa. That scared me when it made that noise. I thought it was glitching again. She says she's spoken to Elizabeth, who seems to think that if you play the right melody of Adine's harp, you can actually ride over the water. Lisa's apparently got all the info about how to learn the melody, which makes it all possible. She's on her way to a horse trailer. She's on her way in she's on her way in a horse trailer. Where were we? Oh yeah, all these maybes. It seems as though the Adine's harp is on display in the museum at Yorvik City. They usually have it on show when they have their histor- his- historical exhibits. Hey, by the way, did you know that this is actually this is the actual this is the actual harp on that's on Jorvik's flag. The green on the flag represents the beautiful green of Jorvik. Beautiful green island of Jorvik and the luscious and rich life that covers the island. The blue above the green represents heaven, and the blue below is the sea. The white lines symbolize timelines from history and for the future. But enough about Yorick's flag now. Look, here comes Lisa. Thank goodness I have to run back to her. Hey guys, got anything yet?
No.
Yeah, Lisa, we have. I was just saying that as weird as it sounds, you might just be able to mimic Adine's legendary life-bringing moments. Just as the primeval tree seems to want. Haley has the fragment, Lisa, and you have the healing magic from the circle of stars. Elizabeth already told you that you can ride over water with the help of a melody played on Aiden's harp. If that works, you won't be. If that works, you won't even need to think about cheating with boats. Cheating with a boat.
Oh.
Amazing. It sounds totally crazy, but it's worth a try. In any case, the worst that could happen is that we get a bit wet around the hose. I'm still super doubtful as to whether it'll even work, though. Oh, well, I guess it'll be me playing the harp. Hold on, just one second. Hello? Hello? Can't hear you. Sorry, my mom and Jane were trying me. Okay. Well, I guess it'll be me playing the harp then, since I'm pretty well used to string and string instruments. I cannot speak today for the life of me. Kaylee, you're alright with shining the light fragment. You'll know since you'll you know since you're used to it before and all. Sorry. Oh jeez. Sorry. Since you're used you since you've used it before and all.
Mm.
Alien's fragment, which is with Kaylee, is still. Alien's fragment, which is with Kaylee, is still loaded with the light to it. Doesn't need to be recharged. That's good. But back to the harp. Sadly, the museum in York City is closed for refurbishment.
Hello.
Yeah, typical. I heard that from Elizabeth, but she said the councilman in Silverglade Village is friends with the museum curator, and you, Kaylee, you know the councilman pretty well, right?
No.
Smart. Kaylee, you ride over councilman the councilman and ask if he won't mind asking the curator for a favor by opening up the museum and lending us the harp for a while. Okay?
Mama.
Then it sounds like we've got a plan, right?
Mama.
We'll meet up here again after you've spoken to the councilman in Silverglade Village. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can try to convince the butler to give us a ride to York City in his car. Good news is we have 2 quests. first we're gonna go and deal with this other one by that has to do with the trainee. Then we'll come back and get the and use the trailer. I said really bad, I say. Stop and identify yourself. Who are you? I don't know you. Are you here to replace me? You're dressed like a GED employee standing up straight, so you must be. I like that. You can relax a little now. You don't need to stand at attention the whole time, even though I like it that you are showing me so much respect. Okay, we're just gonna click through and accept that, and now we can open the door, grab what we need to grab to finish this quest. Let me get off my horse. Let's see if I can grab something. There. Let's just go up here because we're right by it and turn in this quest and see what happens when I see if that's the end of this quest line or not. For now, I
Tanoin. Hey.
Okay, so he's got a plot. So let's get out of here and go to Silver Green Village where we have 2 quests. Your turn. Now we've got a quest here that we can do. I actually want to take it. This is the gardening quest line. And we also have to go to Silver Lake Village here. So we have 3 quests to fix that go into Silver Lake Village. Then I may pick up Let me know. And then once we come back here, I may go pick up the quest to get us to quest that does the gondola to get us to Mario's observatory. See how far we can get into that quest line. Okay. So okay. Hey. Okay. Kaylee. Wonderful weather, isn't it? And it's a nice. And it's as nice almost every day. Have you thought of? I know that if I know the museum curator in Yorvik City, I know the museum curator very well indeed. we're old classmates, him and I. I can guarantee he'll let you in and let you borrow anything you need if I put in a good word for you. Which obviously I will put in a good word. That is, you can put my good word in the in the bank. I'll call him right after we finish talking. You can write back to your friends and let them know the museum curator will absolutely welcome you with open arms. Of that you can be certain. Now let's go turn in. See what you started? No wonder he needs more walks. Pansy seeds, of course, no problem at all. You'll have them in an instant. Okay. Okay, this is a side quest, so I'm not going to read this. Yes. Take that quest. Then we're also going to take this quest. And we're going to turn in this quest, which is also a side quest. Fantastic. Now, at least we know that we're welcome at the museum. Now it's just a case of getting there. So, Godfrey and I aren't on the best terms. Something about an air an airborne syrups syrup smashing through his car window. I'm not saying I did it, but if I did, it was an accident. You believe me, right? Haha. Anyways, it's probably best you ask him for a ride. There's no way he'll say yes to me. Yes, I plan on driving to your rig pretty soon. I suppose you can take the back seat. The Apple Anthem is not allowed to accompany you. Okay, let's go turn in the request that we have here. A lot of people are doing the came out this week. There we got another clock here. And let's go. This way, and that's sorry, guys. Yes, using mood. Brilliant. This was see and go ahead and paint these. Oops, ruined.
Covenant?
Hmm.
Let's go. Yeah, the main quest.
Hmm.
It is time to depart. Refreshments and meal are prohibited. Please, Miss Admiral, stay far away from the windows. To York City Museum. To the York City Museum window.
Hmm.
Good day, Tree. Welcome, welcome. I'm terribly proud to welcome you to York City Museum. Sadly, we're closed right now because of all the refurbishments of all the refurbishment work we're doing. But my good friend the councilman has put in something of a good word for you young ladies. The councilman's friends are my friends. Since you are my friends now, I shall of course open up the museum for you. I understand you are looking to loan something from our collection.
Your mom.
Yes, of course, my dear curator. We pray, we pray humbly to borrow Aiden's heart. Oh, um, uh, it's a real treasure and fra- a terribly fragile artifact. You see, it's unique in its kind, and if the myth of it has any truth in it, it is really tremendously special. I don't really know.
Oh,
Our intentions are good, curator. If we had been if we hadn't been absolutely desperate, we would have never had the guts to ask. This is a really this is really important to us, and I swear by Aiden's life that will we'll bring it back to you in perfect condition. Well, well, I suppose I promised the councilman I'd help you out. His friends, I'd help out his friends. As I said, my friends, if you promise to guard it with your life and return it no later than tomorrow, then I'd rather suppose it would be acceptable for you to borrow it. Did you know, by the way, that we've never been able to date the harp? We only know it's incredibly old. Unfortunately, all of our exhibits are in storage because of the renovation, so you'll have to help me find it if you don't mind. Rather silly of me, but I don't actually have the inventory we may have we made when we packed it away. So it's rather chaotic here. I know it's in one of those boxes in the corner. You seem to be sharp and quick little youngsters, so sure so you'll be sure to find it amongst these things in no time. While you're at it, if you could jot down the new inventory for me so I know what's in each box. That way you can lend a hand since I'm lending you the harp.
oh, mama.
Of course, curator, of course. But really, I'm me doing all the work. So Okay. Now we actually get to see our character. We just have to click on something, I guess. There's the slurp. So we have to grab it.
Hmm.
Okay, sorry I didn't read that. Now we're leaving Norwich City, which
Kom nu.
finally hopefully in. Okay. Enough. Not to click. Can we click so? No. And then we're gonna text Lisa. So we've got the harp, but not the melody. I remember how to learn it though, since Elizabeth told me exactly how. Okay, now we just have. Sorry, I'm not reading all this. Um, now we just have to. Looks like go to Virgo. Um, but I am going to go and maybe show you that text right now. And I want to over here and go and do the whoops. Because I believe that quest is going to. The quest for him is going to put us by Dale now. Not you, I have to touch you up here. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna call go to our home table. Is that easier than me anyway? And then I'm gonna go to Vale Lake first. Actually, we'll go to Fergo first. And it looks like we have another. Give me. No. Okay. Nice. And the championship spot. Go this way. Go. No. Here is Lisa.
Oh.
Hey, Kaylee. You're here already. Um, I'm not reading all this because my throat hurts. You just go up this way. Yep. Right here, once we get back on this trail, it's just a little flavor to the line because of the way the trail. Okay. We'll turn in this here. That's nice.
Abasiba. Demano. Demano.
We're turning in a save this.
What was that?
Now that moved. So now we can continue on our here. We're gonna channel. Okay. We go down my building. Yeah, let's go and turn in some of our other quests. So we just have that one to deal with. So let's go. We've got let's go. Super Great Man. I call them by different names.
Governor?
So see how am I gonna make yeah, that's it. Okay, so you know what? So, like guys, how can I say?